I think that's awesome. I think there's going to be great efficiencies to be had, but like that's kind of underselling the promise and the potential for what these things can do. And so one thing we're really excited about or really interested in is people who are taking like a fresh first principles approach to the way some of these things are done and be like, hey, do we totally reimagine the way that we interact with certain industries or verticals today?
What's a trend in AI-powered operations that you think is under-discussed but will be huge in the next few years? Any hot takes, anything different than what's out there being talked about today?
There are a lot of micro applications that add up into something large. And so I think when people think about AI, they're looking for a one-stop shop solution to solve a particular problem. And what we found working in the portfolio is you just pick apart the various sort of workflows and address those sort of one by one. So maybe it's not like this big kind of solution, and those add up pretty meaningfully over time. And I think the narrative out there is like, oh, AI is going to take your job or it's going to solve all these problems. What I really think it is the opposite. It's sort of this bottoms up approach of just like, what in my daily workflows can you address, and picking those apart one by one and not waiting for sort of that big box solution to come in and solve a problem for you. And I think it's under discussed because I think that's actually how, at least when I look across our portfolio, many of our companies are sort of applying AI to these businesses in these micro instances, which are just adding up to something pretty meaningful.
I think that an area that's under discussed is today there's a lot of focus on operational efficiencies or operationalization, right? And what I mean by that is like taking workflows or jobs that people do today and automating them or streamlining them with AI, right? Like, I think that's awesome. I think there's going to be great efficiencies to be had, but like, that's kind of underselling the promise and the potential for what these things can do. And so one thing we're really excited about or really interested in is people who are taking like a fresh first principles approach to the way some of these things are done and be like, hey, do we totally reimagine the way that we interact with certain industries or verticals today, right? Like, should we have, AI doctors? Should we capture new types of data that weren't previously captured before? And I think that we're seeing a lot in healthcare is a great example, right? With digital scribes that are now capturing details from a patient visit that may have been like a richness that would have been lost in the traditional method of like, hey, you take your notes and you put them in the EHR system. Or similarly in terms of like field sales, right? So things like if I'm a technician and I'm going to your house and I'm, looking at some broken appliance, being able to have like a co-pilot or a scribe or someone that rides along with you to help capture detail and data in a richness that didn't exist before. I think those are just like some small step examples that are maybe like, I don't know, still not like revolutionary, but we're looking for a lot of those like, hey, what are the paradigm shifts that this is going to enable?
And what you're describing there is the cost of that data capture was quite high, whether it be time or so, right, having to pay for someone's time to do that. That cost is now zero when you throw an AI scribe at it to take your notes. And now you have access to a lot more data that would have been too expensive to collect in the past. That's really interesting.
Yeah, and I think further to that, I think a lot of when people are thinking about AI, and Emily, I think you said it really well, just everyone's kind of attacking this like cost side of the business. It's like very much like the back of house that it feels like the low hanging fruit of being able to automate a lot of tasks or, make companies a lot more productive. I think there's been maybe less of a focus on like imagining what like the demand generation side or the revenue generation side is going to look like from either a consumer perspective or a business perspective, but like what's going to be the next massive consumer facing business that's going to be built on AI. I think there's been, maybe like parts of OpenAI are maybe hitting on it or Perplexity, but understanding kind of what's going to be built on that side will be really, really interesting and probably where there will be, a lot of dollars made.
I kind of have a slightly different perspective, which is just the operational efficiency stuff is like what's happening within the businesses. What I actually think our businesses are really good at is figuring out the product side. Like, how does this surface to the customer? I think there's a lot of energy, emphasis, investment, excitement there and figuring out like, how do I implement AI into this product and how do I augment the offering that way? I actually think the operational efficiency side is just it's a conversation that I think happens internally within our businesses rather than sort of this external manifestation. So I have a slightly different kind of take there.
Investors are also seeing the promise of AI. And so we have 3 investors here. So we'll talk with them and get their perspectives on how companies are using AI in their operations. So that's what we want to explore: AI's impact from an operational, from a strategic, and from an investment perspective.